Hello, Dave here with Best Local Results, where we teach local business owners how to do your own local SEO, which basically what that means is how to get your local business when local customers are searching for your products and services, how to get you to show up in what we call the Google Maps 3-pack, which that's where most of the uh, people seeking your business will click. And then also how to get you just below the map, Google Maps 3-pack in the regular organic section. So, what we're going to talk about today is schema markup for a local business website. What is that? Why is that important? And we're going to go through real quick how to do it. So let's get started. Okay, now let's talk about what is schema and why would we want to use it. Um, Schema is also called structured data. It's a way of um, putting in the HTML code of the website information specifically set there for search engines to find. And so, as far as why would you want to do it, the first reason, or the most important reason, probably is the search engines really want you to do it. It makes it really easy for them when they're scanning the websites to find the information. And for local businesses, this is particularly important because we're trying to make ourselves more relevant for both our industry and our location so that we show up in a local search in the Google Maps 3-pack. And Schema gives us the ability to just stick all of the stuff or links to all of the stuff that Google wants to see right where they're going to be looking for it. It's not everything that you have to do, but it's an important part of your branding and your location uh, optimizing of your website. Okay, so let's show you how to create the schema HTML code and how to place it into your website. Now, the first thing I want to tell you is I am not a coder. Um, But you don't need, if you have never done this before, it's really simple. So don't let this intimidate you, the fact that it's code. So there's several free tools out there that will create this for local businesses for you. The one that I like the most, just because it's super easy to use and their code always turns out, just perfect, is this website called web20ranker.com. Um, they have lots of different SEO tools. Some I like, some I don't like, but I love their this free tool for schema. So what you do is you go up onto their website here and you click on tools. If you already have your GMB, then this is a little bit easier, saves you a little bit of time. So I'm going to show you that one completely. So we'll click on verified GMB. Okay, so to select your Google My Business or Google Business profile name, it's super easy. Um, you can see this business's name is Idaho Falls Construction and Remodeling, and they're on Pacific Street in Idaho Falls. So you want to look at that so you make sure you're picking the right one. You just go over here and you do Idaho Falls. Oops, Idaho Falls. If I could type Falls Construction. There we go. Luckily, it filled it out for me since I couldn't type. So I chose it there. That's the way that you do it. If you have a valid Google Business profile, it will come up in that search. And then what you do is you go over here and you can choose the type of business that you want it to be. And I'm going to go down here into home and construction. And I'm just going to choose home and construction business. So what you're going to want to do is enter in this section right here. You're going to enter in all of um, your your NAP listings. In other words, business directories, the better ones like yellowpages.com, definitely Yelp, and then you want to also link to your best social media, or actually I would put in all of your social media business pages, not your personal pages, but your business pages. And so for this guy here, I don't have him handy, but I should be able to find him pretty quick. Facebook. Hopefully he'll have one. Yep, right there. So you click on that, and hopefully you'll have all these handy for your business. And then you go in here and you just put that in there like that. And then let's do one more. You want to do as many as you can, to be honest. So anyway, you'll just want to go through and get all of those. And you want to you just list them on the next line. You'd list your Yelp page, and then your Twitter page, and your yellowpages.com, and just all of your main business directories, listings, and all of your social media business pages. You want to list all of those URLs in there. And then here you want to enter in a short description of your business. Um, don't do what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to grab a section of off of the website. That's not what you want to do. I'm just doing it so I have some text because I'm not really trying to create a schema. This is just for example purposes. So write a really good keyword rich quality fairly long business description and put that in that section. Okay, then up here you want an image from your website. So we'll just how I do that is I just right click on the image and I click open in image in tab. Then it comes up here and I just grab that uh, URL of the image. And then you come back here and you stick that in there. It just wants an image of the website. Then it wants the contact page. So you go to the website, see if this one has a contact us. Yes, it does. So you click on that and grab that URL. And then you go back over here and put the contact us page in there. And then the email address for the business. I don't know if he has that on this website or not, but you would want to put your email in there. And then he wants they want a URL of the logo on your website. So you'll want to click on the logo, put the image in the new tab, grab the logo image there, or URL, I should say, paste that in here. Don't need to worry about the currency. You could put US, oh, it says accept USD, so just leave it the way it is. And then you want a Wikipedia article about your niche. You could go through each of these and figure out which one is talking the most, which of these pages is the closest related to your business. For our example, we'll just we'll pretend that this home improvement one is the most accurate to keep the video short. So then we'll go over here we'll go over here to the schema and we'll stick that URL here in for our Wikipedia. So once you've got all of this filled out, then you click submit right here on the left hand side. And right here it creates your schema. And so this is your schema HTML. And what I like to do is you want to make sure you don't miss any of it. It's super important. But make sure you're down here right at the very end after the script closing tag. Click right there and then copy all the way up and make sure. I've seen some people miss like a couple of letters there and then their code's no good. So you got to make sure you get every little bit of that code in there and then just copy it. And what I like to do is get a notepad here. And I'm just going to open up Notepad and I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it. And I'm just going to paste all that code in there just so that I have it. If you click test your schema, I've never had
the schema from this free tool be bad, but I still always test it. Now there's two different tools that you can test your schema with. I always just use the schema.org one. So you click on that window there to test your structured data. So I'm going to click on code snippet, and I'm going to paste that URL in there. I'm going to hit run test, and it's going to tell us right here, it says 0 errors and 0 warnings. If there were any errors and warnings, you could go and probably do a search on YouTube, schema errors and warnings, what to do. With this tool, I've never had an error or a warning, so, but I still always test it. But anyway, so once you know that that's good, and if you go through here, you can see that it includes that HTML just has all of the stuff. It grabs since we had our Google Business profile already created. It grabbed a whole bunch of data about our business off of our Google Business profile. So I recommend doing that if you can, having your business Google Business profile created before you do the schema. So now that we've got that done, now let's talk about how to place this on your website. So let's go over here to this local business website. Now, the thing that you want to remember when you're putting local business schema on a local business website is it's different if your business has multiple locations versus if your business has a single location. Like this construction company here, they just have a single location. And so if it's a single location, what you do is you insert that schema code that we just created into the header of the website. That way it shows up on every page of the website. But if you're a multi-location website, you don't want it to show up on every page. You only want it to show up on your location page. And so you embed that in what's called an iframe on the location page. So I'm going to show you what we're talking about there. So first, let's look at if you're a single location website. Um, what you would do here, let's grab that schema that we had, and let me make sure I have it all here from the bottom of the script all the way to the top. I have it all again. Okay. And I'll just go in here into uh, I'll just show you on this website here since I have it open. So we'll go into the dashboard. And what you do is you'll go under appearance. Now, this isn't a local business website, so I'm not actually going to paste the schema in there, but this is just to show you how to do it. So assume this is your local business website. You would go into appearance, and then you would go into theme file editor. You would click on that. It normally will pop up an error message saying, don't change anything, you'll screw up the theme. And so I've didn't on mine because I've edited it before, but just don't worry about it if it says that. So now you want to go down here to the theme header and click on theme header. It'll be slightly different depending on what theme you're using, but it'll all be pretty similar. Over here on the right hand side will be something that says theme header, theme footer, like that. So what we're looking for here in the theme header is this section. That's the opening bracket for the header section. This is all of the code for the header section down to about right there. And here's the closing bracket for the header section. So where we want to paste in our HTML is right before this closing tag here. So what I do is I just go to the line right before it. I hit enter a couple of times, and then I just paste all of the code right in there. And you can see that it's just script. It's none of the, see how this code is all different colors? and this is all black. That's normal. That's because you'll notice the script is color because that's actually HTML code. This is all just information. It's not really code that does anything. It just tells Google information. And so that's why it's in a script and it's placed at the end, within the header. So that's all you've got to do is again, just right before the closing tag of the header, you just paste it in there, and then you go down to the bottom of the code, you hit update file. I'm not going to do that because, like I said, I don't want to actually put this in here. This is just for example. And then once you uh, put that in there, then you would go. I'm going to back out of here. Yeah, I want to leave because I don't want to really do it. Uh, so once pretend that we just pasted it in the header of this website here, then you would just grab the website URL. You would copy that. You would go back to your schema .org test thing. You would go up here onto the right hand corner. You would click new test. And instead of pasting the code in there like we did last time, you would click over here where it says fetch URL, and you would just paste your URL in there, and then you would run the test again. And the test, it should be able to find all that code. There'll usually be some other code in here that it shows, but it will have a section that shows your schema, and you can check and see if there's any errors in there. So that's how you do it if you only have one location on your business. Now, if you have multiple locations on your business, then your website is going to have a tab here in the menu that says locations. And when you hover over that, there'll usually be multiple pages for different locations. So each of your office locations will have its own locations page. And so what I like to do is paste a Google map. Here's this business's Google map. You can see if I just go to one of his pages here. Uh, since this, now remember, his business is a single location, so he has it in the header of this website. So every page can have a map on it and the NAP address and everything because it's only got one location. But if you have multiple locations, you only want that information on the corresponding location page. So what you would do, um, you can see how he embedded uh, in the sidebar. Uh, this is his Google Business Profile map. I have it right here. You just go up here to the little hamburger thing, click on it, share and embed map, click embed map, and you can see that the code that's here is an iframe code. Okay, and you just copy that HTML, and then you go to the website, and so I'm going to show you again right here on best local results, even though it's not a local website. So go into the dashboard. Um, we'll go. We'll just go into. We'll go into pages. Where's pages? Here we go. All pages. Click add new. And let's pretend that this was the location page. So we'll say it's Billings, Montana, whatever. That would be the business Billings, Montana location page, and then you would. I would probably do how I name the pages is Billings, Montana, and then the business name. Okay, so let's pretend that we already had the article all written, a bunch of text and everything, and we're down towards the bottom of the page, and we just want to add a map in there. So what you'll want to do is come over here, and what we're looking for is custom HTML. So we'll click on that, and then we'll just paste our HTML code in there. And you'll see that this little bit of code here, it's what's called an iframe. The other one, and our schema is in a script. So I'm going to pull the schema back up here where you can see it. And again, I'm going to go down to the bottom, make sure I got the whole code after the script. I'm going to click there, copy the whole thing, copy it like that. We'll move that down off our page. And then what you want to do is just like we did with the header on the website, right? Before this iframe closing bracket, so between those two little arrows pointing at each other there, you just paste in all of that script right before the iframe. And so then um, when you can click preview, and you have your map in there, and then let's say you published your page. Once you published your page, you've got your whole article written, and on there you've got a map. In that map is your schema markup. And again, if we click on the HTML, we can see that we've got our iframe, and then our schema starts right here with the script, and it goes all the way down with all our schema, and there's the close of the iframe there. So what we would do is we would um, publish this page. I'll just publish it even though I don't really want it on my website. I'll delete it after that. We'll click it on there. So we've got that, and we just grab this URL of that page. That's a location. So you'll do this this would be a location page for billings. You do that for each of your location pages. Then you go back to the schema here. You just paste in the URL. You hit run test, and it's gonna right here, this home construction business, it says 0 errors and warnings. You click on that, there's all your schema right in there. So that's how you put it on your website. Again, just remember, if you have one location on your business, you do it in the header of the theme, so it's on every page. And if you have multiple locations, you just embed it in the middle of an iframe on your on each location page, and then you test each pages to make sure it worked like I just did.
Okay, well, I hope that was interesting. I appreciate you stopping by. If you got some value out of this video, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the little bell so you'll be notified when we do future videos, and like the video. That really helps us with the Google algorithm. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you in the next video.